When you're going through a divorce, even if it's amicable, it's important to have an experienced advocate in your corner.
Here in Chicago, attorney Jeffrey Levin has made a career fighting for the rights of fathers with kids back in the school. He joins us now with advice for the school year. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Yeah, we're about 2 weeks in for most of the kids. How does that affect a father's relationship as school starts again?
It's critical. Fathers need to take their children to school, especially on the first day. It's critical. There are a lot of reasons. There are fathers that unfortunately can't do it because of legal issues, not having support from the mother. There are some fathers that don't even know where their children live or go to school. And there's one dad I recently spoke with who took his son to school on the first day of school, even though he had to go through rival gang territory, but he did it anyway because he told me that was best for his son, because a lot of gangs are recruiting on the first day of school, and they're not going to focus on children that have strong support from a dad, or it's not very likely.
Yeah. When you think about fathers going through a divorce, do you think sometimes they just sort of give up because they're having such a challenging time?
Well, there are dads that give up, and I wish they wouldn't give up, but it's tough.
Yeah.
It's a struggle because they're combating gender bias. Some of them have child support orders that they can't pay, and they're worried about being incarcerated. It's very difficult, but I always tell my clients, don't give up hope. It's really, really important, because dads are important. If you look at the statistics in my first book, Father's Rights, which I brought here on page 46 and 47, you'll see that children that are fatherless are more likely to do poor academically, become victims of crime. Little girls that are father absent are more likely to become victims of abuse. So fathers are important.
A lot of folks remember you did work with the Elian Gonzalez case, and recently had another similar case?
Yes. In the Elian Gonzalez case, his mother was bringing him to the U.S. in a little boat. It sunk. She drowned. Miraculously, the boy survived and was brought to Florida, where he had relatives that did not want him to leave. Well, his father said no. His dad wanted him back with him in Cuba, and that was my role, helping reunite Elian with his father in Cuba, which was a success, a turn-of-the-century victory. We recently had a case where a mother passed, very sad. Her untimely death was very, very sad. And it was reported to me that a relative wanted the children. And the dad said no, he wanted to be with his children, which is important, because when a parent passes, the other parent could help the children get through the grieving process. And a biological parent has superior rights, is superior to a non-biological parent, unless it's an adoption. This was not an adoption. We won. The children are back with dad.
Yeah, you talked a bit about, children who are without their father. Talk a bit more about what is the value of a father?
I think a father has great value. A colleague of mine who's handling a wrongful death case due to the untimely passing of the dad utilized me and my first book, Father's Rights, to substantiate a multi-million-dollar settlement demand. And I think fathers are valuable, irreplaceable, priceless, and I think fathers are worth millions, if not more. Fathers are critical.
Yeah.
And more so too, it doesn't have to do with if you have a boy or a girl, your children are boys or girls. Fathers are important to both sexes, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and really quickly, when it comes to the court system, it's 2022, right? But it seems as though, and correct me if I'm wrong, the court is sort of set up to favor the mother, and that's what is so difficult nowadays.
Well, I believe gender bias is a problem. It's not as bad as it used to be. I believe Margaret Mead once said, fathers are biological necessities, but social accidents. We know that's not true. But it's a big issue, and any type of gender bias is bad, whether it's in corporate America, not corporate America, whether it's in the family. Gender bias has no place in our society.
Agree.
Agreed. Thank you so much for being here. There's a lot more information in both the books that you mentioned. We've got here Father's Rights and also How to Be a Good Divorced Dad. You can get all the details on Jeffrey's website, dadsrights.com, social media handles there, and the number on your screen if you need more information, 312-356-DADS. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you. It was nice seeing you again and meeting you.